When you go to France, the timing is very important in more ways than one. Obviously, the season, you don't want to go there when it's winter. It could be a bit of a shock for you. But today I just want to talk about the financial point of view. And I'm going to give you two things that are quite important to consider before you go to France, and I give you some workaround. So the first thing is regarding the exchange rate. So let's say you come from Australia. I'm going to give the Australia example again. Let's say you want to go to France, and I'll just take my own example. The exchange rate when I arrived in France was 1.6. So that means that to buy €1, I needed 1.6 Australian dollars. And I have the intention to buy a house here. Now the exchange rate is 1.8. And actually I thought 1.6 was not very good. Maybe it can drop, but now it's 1.8. So it's, I don't know how much, more than 12, 14% more. So in other words, if I buy a house now, I would buy it, 12% more than I would have bought it a few months back. So the timing is very important. I'm not saying you should obsess with exchange rates, but you need to bear that in mind. So usually the euro and Australian dollars, the foreign exchange usually vary between some highs and lows that are always the same. So here I am quite confident that they would stay between maybe two really worst case scenario and one best case scenario. So how do you go around this? The trick is, and I wish I'd known that, is to have a bank account in euro and in a currency you are in at the moment before you even move there. That will allow you to have a look at the exchange rate without obsessing about it, and then transfer some money into euro before you even go there if you feel this is a good deal. So don't attempt to get a bank account in France. That will be very difficult. They will ask you a lot of things, and most of the time you need to already have a bank account in France, which drives me nuts. But anyway, try to get a bank account like Wise or Revolut, I believe. They allow you to have accounts in multiple currencies, and I think Wise is also quite known to have a cheap fees when you want to transfer from one to the other. So you don't need to have a bank account in France. Try and time as much as you can the conversion between your current currency and euro, and have a look at charts, once again, without obsessing about it, but that could play a big role. Now, something else is obviously, unless you've already done that and you already have some euros to spend, is there will be a period of time when you will have to use your own money in your own currency, and therefore you would have some, the exchange rates given by Visa, and on top of that you would have some fees from your bank. So the fees from your bank are usually quite high, and I would strongly advise you to get a card that doesn't charge any international fees. So in Australia, I know that ANZ, they were charging me fees, and it's very, very high. The two banks that I was using, and I'm still using actually, ING and Macquarie, they don't charge international fees. But have a look at the time that you want to move, if there's any banks, any credit cards that don't charge you international fees. That will make a huge difference to your stay in France. Okay, so this is just a couple of tips from the finance point of view that I had to share today.